Hey kids, here is your directions for your little book for Unit 2. So for Unit 2, which is polynomial and rational functions, I'm going to give you some titles of your pages, and then remember it's up to you to fill in with notes, formulas, examples, all the things that are you as you go back through your warm-ups and your notes that you feel was challenging for you. And don't forget to look at the material from your quiz as well, right? All right, so I trust you remember how to fold and cut, and if you don't, go back and look at that PowerPoint or that video from Unit 1, because I'm just going to give you the directions for the pages. So I kind of put all of this together, right? Division, because that's old. Synthetic division, that's old, right? So you know how to do this, so I don't know that you necessarily need notes on how to do this. But what was new was the rational root theorem using Descartes' rule of signs, then the remainder theorem and the factor theorem, also old, right? And this was all, we used this all to write factor completely, or solve over the set of complex numbers, right? So you were getting real and non-real linear factors and or zeros. Complex zeros of polynomials, remember that's when I gave you given complex zeros, write the equation of a polynomial. Watch out for the dilation factor. We always used a dilation factor of 1, but you're going to see in our review problems how I might force you to solve for a dilation factor that is not equal to 1. Right? If I say standard form, that means you have to multiply it out. Next, graphing rational functions. Again, that is mostly old material, right? The intercepts and behavior, multiplicity of zeros, but you are now responsible, remember, for not only vertical asymptotes or horizontal asymptotes, but slant asymptotes or end behavior models. Remember, slant asymptotes, horizontal asymptotes, and slant asymptotes are just special cases of end behavior models. Right? A horizontal asymptote is an end behavior model that is horizontal. A slant asymptote is the end behavior model that is diagonal. Right? Other end behavior models aren't as common, so they don't have names, but it could be quadratic, cubic, et cetera, et cetera. Solving rational equations is also an old objective. What's new is that we did those, right, the application, the word problems, so the mixture problems and the average cost problems. Partial fractions. Okay, remember that's decomposing or breaking apart. Fractions and solving for the constants. Watch out for the problems like in your textbook that may ask you just to set up partial fractions and not solve for the constants. Solving inequalities was our last objective, right? So solving inequalities just means you really are solving an equality and then using your number line work, right? All right. And that is it. I will see you in our next live sessions.